Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Wednesday, February the 20th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. I open the room at 9 o'clock every morning, not around, 9 o'clock Eastern time, that's what I wanted to say. And that's when I start to share my screen, and I get live on the mic around 9:05. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. There is a promo code here for 15% off either the first month of a standard or premium subscription or the entire year of a standard or premium subscription. So the most interesting trade or stock of the day was this candy. See what happened in the pre-market. Actually, it didn't really do too much in the first first half hour, and all of a sudden the news came in that they received clearance, I guess, from the whatever body it is, electric vehicle approval. So they received government clearance for that particular for their vehicle, and the stock just exploded. Now I didn't. This is a low. Well, it's not that low. Well, 37 million is still fairly low, but I ended up taking this right at 8.25, and I sold out at 8.43. I was actually happy with myself because when I looked at this candle and it started to move down, I thought, okay, I may get back in, but I was waiting for an 8.20 break, for the longest time. So there's 1, 2, 3. That was about 45 minutes for it to break 8.20. And when I finally did, that's when I took it at 8.25, and I put a very tight stop on it. If it got down to about 8.15, about a 10-cent stop. So the risk reward was pretty good, actually. And what else happened? USAT, I actually traded it a couple of times. Still kind of interested in this one. Got in here, sold here, got in here, and sold here. So no great shakes. What I liked about this one, of course, if you look at the daily chart, look at the potential void fill. I had an alert set for $4 for the break on 4, and it triggered and waited a little bit and got into it, say 414, sold at 408, and got in back again. I think it was at 420.20 and sold at 425. So kind of broke even on the entire trade, but still kind of interested, especially tomorrow if it can continue, because there's just a tremendous void fill right there. And you know what? That's about it. My up big yesterday and down big, a couple of them work, but I'm not finding quite the same follow through, that I saw last week. So, I mean, the one that really worked out well was this one. Can't tell you. I'm trying to figure out where the first alert was. CSIQ. CSIQ. The first alert was at 21.99. Have to get to a 15-minute chart to show you where that was. It was right there. Took a little bit of time. Remember, these 50-minute candles, so it took about an hour before it started to really move down, and then it really did start to move down. I missed that one. I actually took a couple of early ones. I'm thinking what I might do is wait a little bit of time. I took a couple. When I say early, I mean I think they were after the first 15 minutes, which I tend to wait for. But I might wait even a little bit longer to get more of a trend and see. I might miss, the first 20 or 30 cents of something, but it may still move $1 or $2 off that, so I won't mind giving that up. But I think that is really about it. Holly had. This is the one, unfortunately, that I kind of second guessed myself. It's funny because this was really the one that when I saw this alert, I thought, okay, that's the price range that I like, and I was really interested in this. Now, the problem that I found with it is if I look at the daily chart, and I just saw this area here and too much chop. I mean, I love to see bigger voids, of course, and so I kind of reluctant on taking it. But that was really my bad, because look at XME. XME is the metal and mining ETF. Metals and mining were just, gold is ripping. I think it was a 2-year high today. But look at this is the metal and mining ETF, of which of course AA is part of, CENX is part of. So a lot of the steel plays. AA of course is an aluminum play, or aluminium for our British friends. And I just didn't take it. I just was reluctant just because of the resistance that I saw. So that was definitely, but that was an excellent alert from Holly, because you can see. And here's another little teaching moment, shall we say. Holly got out of this trade at, let's see, Holly got out of the trade at 28.83. So Holly got out of the trade right there. So here was the alert, 28.57, and Holly got out of the trade right there. So why did she get out of the trade there? The reason is that this is a 30-minute hold. And you can see exactly what happened. There's the first 15. Well, there, it probably was, the alert was maybe towards the end of that 15-minute candle. And then this is a 30-minute hold for this particular strategy. But as I say to people all the time, you should look at the individual alerts within the strategy. So even though this strategy, which was Sunrise Mover, has been optimized for a 30-minute hold, it doesn't mean that you have to get out of the trade just because Holly got out because of the time exit. Because look what it was doing. It was still holding. Let me get to a 5-minute chart, and you're going to see that it was really, there it is. So it was holding its own. So even though Holly got out right there, there was no reason for you to get out. And then right after that, look at the move it made. I'm not saying that they all happen like this, but if the trade is still working, my people ask me, well, how do you use Holly? Well, there's no one answer to using Holly. It's sometimes it's a bit of a feel play sometimes, but just because Holly gets out of something. Now, if she got out because she got stopped out down here, of course you get out. But right here, the trade is still working. There's no reason, you want to take out some, fine, but there's no reason to get out of the entire trade as the trade is still working. Had it been drifting down like this, okay, maybe you take some out, and then if it hit the stop, get out or your entry, probably get out of everything. But right here, there'd be no reason to get out. So just I think that each individual Holly alert within the strategy should be kind of looked at on its own. All right, I want to get back into the room. Hopefully that made sense. And any questions for me, you can use this email address, and there's a link for our free room again. I'm going to open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, so I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.